Hi everyone, this is Cristina from Socially Savvy Apps. Today I'll be reviewing Social Skills for Autism.
Socially Savvy Apps.
By using the story of Klog, an extraterrestrial that finds himself stranded on Earth, Social Skills for Autism teaches social rules to children and adolescents on the spectrum. In order to rebuild his spaceship, Klog needs some items that he can only get by interacting with humans. But getting humans to help him requires social skills, and these are something Klog never heard of on his planet, so he needs to learn these from scratch. The player helps Klog learn social rules via missions, each targeting a social skill domain: nonverbal communication, conversation skills, and what the developers call think before you talk, containing lessons on how to disagree in a nice way, what honesty means, and also why social rules are important. After each successful completion of a mission, the player is rewarded with a funny clip of Klog rebuilding his spaceship. Rather than listing social rules, Social Skills for Autism also takes the time to explain why certain behaviors are more appropriate than others. It even goes as far as to prompt the player to imagine themselves into the other person's shoes. The social behaviors learned are further consolidated by tasks that the player can complete with the help of an adult. Each lesson is followed by a quiz, which puts the player's newly gained knowledge to test. Every time the player successfully completes a quiz, Klog receives a new part to rebuild his spaceship. This app does live up to its name. Social Skills for Autism is designed using elements of the Personal and Life Skills program, a program run in Ireland that equips children and adolescents with high-functioning autism and Asperger's syndrome with foundational social skills. However, even those not on the spectrum, and of all ages, can benefit from this app. It is not often that we explicitly think about, discuss, and practice social rules. Social Skills for Autism provides a fun opportunity to do so. The app is designed with an adult helper in mind. Although the players can use it on their own, if they are willing to skip some tasks, the maximum benefit from this app can only be gained with the help of an adult. This adult can take the lessons and situations presented in this app and personalize them in order to meet the exact needs of the player. The social situations presented are realistic and appropriate. Social Skills for Autism even discusses the use of white lies and when they might be appropriate. Even the topic of death is touched on. But if you'd prefer not discussing it with your child just yet, head to the video description to see how you can skip that section. Social Skills for Autism is free with no in-app purchases. Hit like if you found this review helpful and let me know what you thought of Social Skills for Autism in the comments. And if you want to stay up to date with more apps that improve children's social skills, subscribe to this channel. Until next time!
Socially